Living large, living loud, stacking paper high, chasing dreams all the way to the sky. From rags to riches in the blink of an eye, friendships in the vault where the old bonds die. Parties on rooftops, crystals in the dark, lost in the glitz till we miss the mark. Gold turned to chains, heavy on the heart, the price of a wish tearing us apart. Crew, we just hit the jackpot, stacks, money taller, now we on the top of the map. The grease slid in like a police trap. Truck broke down, can't avoid that cap. Friends turn foes, plot a twist, no script. Lies and blood, bills ain't clean, they drip. Versace steering wheel, now we in for a trip. We used to be friends, but our bond just ripped. Gone. We hit, 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 we hit.
Chapter 26. The Rich Wedding.
The morning sunlight crept through the blinds, slicing across the room like a spotlight. I stood by the dresser, half-dressed, trying to shake off the heavy feeling sitting on my chest. Behind me, Ashley moved around the room, grouchy as hell.
You know you were tossing and turning all night, right?
I didn't know I was doing all of that. Ashley turned and stared at me through the mirror.
Is there something on your mind?
I hesitated. My hand froze halfway up my shirt. Should I tell her? The hard drive? The video? I swallowed hard, forcing my voice steady. Is there anything you want to tell me, Ashley? Ashley paused. Her shoulders tightened. Her whole mood shifted colder. She threw the brush down on the dresser with a loud clatter.
Jaysin, we don't got time for this shit right now, and I don't got shit to tell you. We got a wedding to be at. Get ready and call the car service.
I watched her storm out of the bedroom, her heels clicking down the hall like gunshots. I stayed standing there for a minute, silent. The weight of last night still on my shoulders. I could have said something, but I didn't. Some things you keep to yourself, especially when you're not even sure who you can trust anymore.
I sat on the edge of the velvet bench in the men's suite, shirt unbuttoned, bow tie hanging loose around my neck. The room smelled like cologne, pressed suits, and men pretending not to care about the weight of marriage. I leaned forward, elbows on my knees, not because I was scared of commitment, but because I made it. Through everything. Through Kim. Through Trey and Emmanuel. Through the fucking secrets. I was still standing, and about to marry the one person who never switched up on me, Key C. Now I will not have anyone ruin my day. Every purse, every bag, every caterer tray and velvet clutch that enters this venue gets checked, no exceptions. If Emmanuel shows up with fireworks on his chest, or Trey comes through thinking he's still got 9 lives left, this wedding won't be interrupted. I reached into my blazer pocket, pulled out my phone, tapped the GPS tracker app. Bingo. Emmanuel's car had just turned onto Highland. He's coming. But I knew he'd show. Narcissists never miss a chance to make the moment about themselves.
The brush moved softly across my cheekbone, dusting highlighter like I was a painting someone was trying to finish before the gallery opened. I stared at myself in the mirror, not blinking, not smiling, just thinking. This dress was everything I wanted. The glam squad was on point. The venue was damn near out of a movie. Today is about joy. The door creaked open behind me, and one of my bridesmaids walked in, holding a tiny plate. "Ain't no way you gon' pass out at your own wedding," she said with a smirk. "You need to eat." She handed me a little sandwich, probably the first thing I'd had since that glass of wine last night. "Thank you." I didn't even realize I was starving. As I chewed slowly, something shifted in my chest. Gratitude, relief, disbelief, all rolled into one. Because after everything, the lies, the drama, the deaths, the fear, I was still here. About to walk down the aisle to a man who had fought like hell to make this day happen. I finished the last bite of the sandwich and took a deep breath. Whatever happens after today, let it happen. Because if there's one thing I know for sure, I'm not walking into that ceremony half-hearted. I'm walking in full throttle, head high, eyes open, ready to say I do.
I leaned back in the SUV, adjusting the cuffs on my suit as I held the phone to my ear. Trey checked this morning. Anterial's still at the hotel. You should be good. Mary sounded tense on the other end. Pulling up to Mario's house, but then she told me she will text me later. I exhaled through my nose, watching trees blur past the window, and then told her, okay, talk to you then. That silence? It said everything. I tucked my phone away and looked ahead. Trey was silent, focused on the road. I thought I saw Kim last night. Trey's eyes shifted in the rear view but said nothing. She was standing in the corner of the room, just standing there, staring at me. I rubbed my temples. Swear to God, shit damn near made me piss myself.
As I sat there quiet, I thought to myself, this nigga is tripping. He got me playing uber black for a woman I can't stand, and now he's seeing ghosts and shit. I kept my eyes on the road, jaw clenched. Mind already working 5 steps ahead of whatever weird vibe Emmanuel had going on. Mary's pulling power plays, Emmanuel's unraveling. I better get ready to make my move and leave soon, or I will be going down with him.
I stood outside Mario's door, heart pounding. Today was supposed to be different. Today, I was gonna tell him everything about moving in with Emmanuel, about why I disappeared. I wasn't coming here for drama. I wasn't coming to fight. I just wanted peace, a fresh start. I pressed the doorbell.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I know you're heading to the wedding. I figured this would be the only time to catch you. I just want to talk about our daughter. Then, the door clicked open.
The second I saw her standing there, all dolled up like she wasn't the cause of 90% of my damn headaches, my blood started boiling. This better be quick, I snapped. She nodded like she had some big revelation to drop.
Listen, Mario. I know things have been bad between us, but I don't want our mess screwing up how we raise our daughter. I've been staying at my mom's. It's not stable. I'm doing my best, but I swallowed hard. I found a place now. I'm moving in with Emmanuel.
You got some goddamn nerve. You show up to my house uninvited. You fight my wife. Not only that, you are fucking my best friend. And now you want to stand here talking about co-parenting. Her school called me Mary. Said she's been skipping classes. Where the fuck have you been? You don't seem to be that damn worried about our daughter.
She's been acting out lately. I plan on taking care of the problem. Also, there is something else you need to know. It's about how I lost my memory.
I cut her off so fast she nearly stumbled back. You can't even control your own life. You think I'm letting you drag my daughter into your mess? You are not a mother. You're a liability. Now get the fuck off my property.
Mario, you really need to hear this. Please just hear me out. He didn't care. I turned without another word, the slam of the door behind me making my whole body flinch. I got into my car, hands shaking, breathing ragged. He wasn't going to let me explain. he wasn't going to believe me. Not about the past, not about Anterial, not about anything. Fine. I gripped the steering wheel tight. I got something for his ass.
The second my heels hit the grass, I could feel the weight of the day pressing down on me. Today wasn't about me. It was Jaysin and Ladarius's day. I scanned the crowd until I spotted Olivia near the floral archway, clipboard in hand, looking like the Black Martha Stewart of weddings. I made a beeline for her, dodging hugs and air kisses along the way.
"Girl," I hissed low, tugging her arm slightly so she leaned in. "Tomorrow, lunch, I got some shit to tell you."
Olivia arched her eyebrow, catching the serious tone immediately. She gave a small nod. I patted her arm and peeled away before drawing too much attention, making my way toward the seating rows. I picked a spot a few rows back. As I smoothed my dress down and crossed my legs, I let my mind wander. If that bitch Michelle even thinks about showing up today, she's going straight to jail. I got the security footage. Michelle, plain as day, throwing that damn brick through my window. Let her show her face here today.
Alex knocked lightly on the door, then stepped inside, his tie straight, his face serious but proud.
Time to do this, man.
He clapped a hand on my shoulder. I gave a short laugh and stood up, feeling the weight of everything I was carrying and letting it roll off my back. I straightened my jacket, squared my shoulders, and walked with Alex through the long hallway. The double doors swung open, and the music hit, the bass low and deep, the melody rich and powerful. I stepped into the aisle. All eyes turned. The lights bounced off the white walls. I walked proud, every step heavy but clean. My head stayed up, my face stayed strong, and as I reached the altar, I turned and waited, because now it was her turn.
I stood just behind the closed doors, heart pounding but soul steady. This was it. The music shifted, lighter, sweeter, and the doors opened. Gasps rippled through the room. I walked slow, letting every second burn itself into my memory. The dress floated around me like I was walking through a dream. Soft, shimmering, a whisper of gold at the edges. I locked eyes with Ladarius at the end of the aisle. The world blurred around him. Nothing else mattered. The closer I got, the more real this all became. The smile he gave me, small, almost breaking, was the only thing I needed. I reached him, and he reached for my hands. Warm, solid, mine.
The pastor was up there doing his thing, and we finally got down to it as he turned to the crowd and said,
"And now, if there is anyone who objects to this union, speak now or forever hold your peace."
The room fell silent. Every head turned, scanning. You could feel the shift, a deep, low buzz of fear. That's when I saw him, Emmanuel, sitting there, Trey right next to him, leaning back casual and shit. I squeezed Kesey's hand without thinking, my fingers clenching hers just a little too tight. She winced slightly, and I realized it. I eased up fast.
I felt his tension through his skin, felt it bleed through his breath. But when he softened his grip, I squeezed back lightly, letting him know, I'm here, I'm not moving. The pastor smiled wide.
"By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss the bride."
I barely heard the words before Ladarius pulled me into him and kissed me. The room erupted in cheers, but it didn't touch us. Alex appeared like magic, laying down the broom at our feet.
We didn't hesitate. We jumped, high and proud, locking hands as we landed together. The crowd exploded, clapping, whistling, cheering loud. For the first time in a long time, I knew we were unstoppable.
I stared into the mirror, breathing hard. The bathroom light buzzed faintly above me, the only sound in this too big, too empty house. Mario's words kept echoing in my skull. I gripped the sink until my knuckles turned white. The man who abandoned me, humiliated me, paraded Anterial around like some goddamn queen, and now he wanted to take the one thing I had left? My daughter? Hell no. I splashed cold water on my face, staring at the woman in the mirror. My reflection looked tired, worn down, beaten already, and I hadn't even started the fight. Nobody's gonna believe you, Mary. Mario's lies weighed more than my truth ever could. He's got money and power. I had nothing but a pile of broken dreams and a battered name. I closed my eyes, feeling the rage crawl up my spine. Anterial was probably sitting somewhere, laughing, thinking she won. I pressed both hands flat against the counter, forcing myself to calm down. Think, Mary. Think. If they won't believe your words, they'll believe your bruises. I opened my eyes and stared dead into my reflection. I balled my hand into a tight fist. My nails dug into my palms. I pulled back, hesitating for just a split second. Could I really do it? Then I pictured Mario in court, smug. I punched myself hard, full force, right beneath the eye. The pain bloomed fast, hot, blinding. Tears stung my eyes, half from pain, half from what I'd just become. I stumbled back toward the mirror and saw it already starting. The ugly purple swelling. Proof. I choked down a sob and whispered to my bruised reflection, I bet they listen now.
The reception buzzed all around us. The smell of rich food, champagne popping, laughter echoing against the marble walls. Everybody was waiting on Ladarius and Jaysin to make their grand entrance, but my mind was nowhere near celebrating. I spotted Chris across the room, posted up with Michelle. I made my way through the crowd and caught Chris just as he was about to pop another shrimp into his mouth. Yo, I said under my breath, pulling him off to the side, away from the noise. Chris raised an eyebrow like he was expecting bullshit. I watched that hard drive, I whispered.
And?
I shook my head, my voice tight. You ain't gonna believe what's on it, and I'm fucking spooked, bro. Chris narrowed his eyes.
What's on it?
I looked around. Too many eyes, too many damn ears, and lowered my voice even more. I can't tell you here, I said. You're gonna have to come to the house after this and watch it yourself.
Say less.
While the boys were huddled up, whispering like middle schoolers with a secret, I turned to Ashley, sipping my champagne. I smiled sweetly. Well, looks like it's gonna be you and Jaysin next, huh? Big wedding, big dress? Ashley chuckled, shaking her head like she was brushing it off.
Maybe. We'll see.
I laughed too, but my mind wasn't laughing. Because if they made it to the altar, given all the shit swirling around right now, that would be the real miracle.
The bass from the reception music vibrated the bar top under my fingertips as I flagged down the bartender. I needed a drink, desperately. I was just reaching for my glass when I felt it, that heavy, unwanted energy sliding up beside me. Trey. I tensed before he even spoke.
The hard drive was activated. Good to know you are still down for us.
Trey, I do not know what you are talking about. Leave me the fuck alone. You come one step closer, and I promise you, I got pepper spray in here and I will use it. He smiled. That slick, dangerous smile he always wore when he thought he had the upper hand.
I'll be seeing you real soon.
And with that, he slithered away into the crowd, disappearing like smoke. I closed my eyes for a second, just to regroup. And that's when it hit me. The drive. Jaysin. Oh my God. I left the damn hard drive in his private office when I was snooping around. I set it down on the table and forgot all about it. That's why he's been acting so weird all morning. He saw it. But what the hell was on that thing?
The second me and Kesey walked into the reception, the crowd erupted. Cheers, claps, camera flashes everywhere. Felt like a damn movie. We both smiled, waving, and after a few moments, we naturally split up. She headed toward her girls, and I moved toward the fellas. Time to thank people, shake hands, and soak this moment in. I spotted Mario first, posted up near the bar, drink in hand.
Congrats, my dude. You did it, man. Real proud of you.
Appreciate that, big dog, I said, genuinely feeling the love. Then I turned to Jaysin, who was standing just a step behind Mario. He stuck his hand out automatically, but something was off. The grip wasn't right, kinda loose like he wasn't really there. And the look in his eye, tense, shifty, almost like he was somewhere else entirely. You good, bro? I asked, half laughing it off but also peeping the vibe. You ain't drink too much last night, did you?
I hesitated, just for a second too long. Nah, I said, forcing a chuckle. I'm good, man, just recovering from last night. You know how it is. The lie felt heavy in my mouth, because truth be told, after what I'd seen on that hard drive, I wasn't sure I was ever going to look at anybody in this room the same again. But for now, I faked another smile, clapped Ladarius on the shoulder, and prayed like hell that nobody noticed how damn hard it was to keep it all together.
I had just set my champagne glass down and adjusted the heel on my damn shoe when I heard it.
The front doors to the reception swung open so hard the music nearly skipped.
Everyone's heads snapped toward the entrance, and there he was, the chief, with a deputy right behind him, pushing through the crowd like they had a goddamn warrant for everybody in the room. I smiled. I knew exactly who they were here for. The chief scanned the room, then locked eyes on her. Michelle, standing there fake laughing with a group like she didn't have dirt all over her name. Michelle, come with us. You are under arrest for destruction and vandalism of property. The room went dead silent.
Gas, forks clattering on plates. I stepped forward, raising my voice over the stunned whispers.
Yeah, I knew you was here. I just didn't want you to leave before they got you. Everyone spun to look at me like I'd set the building on fire.
This couldn't be happening. I covered my face with my hand, feeling the secondhand embarrassment crawl up my spine. Man, Anterial, not at the damn wedding, I muttered under my breath.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I jerked back as the deputy grabbed my wrist. I didn't do shit. But then Anterial held up her phone for the whole damn world to see.
I got the footage. Enjoy your night in jail, bitch.
Before the music could even start back up, my phone buzzed in my hand with a text from Mary. Sorry for not responding. Get home. Now. I stared at the screen, my pulse ticking up. Something was wrong. I waved at Trey and we headed out.
As the guests started filtering out, laughter and tired smiles filling the air, I found Anterial by the valet stand, arms crossed, her face still tight with attitude. I sighed and walked up. You coming home tonight? I asked, voice low. She shot me a look like I'd asked her to scrub toilets.
Go be with the one you really love.
Everyone in the crew except Chris, who followed Michelle to the police station, all slowed down just enough to watch. I swallowed my pride and did something I never thought I'd do in front of these people. I dropped to my damn knees. You're the one I really love, Anterial. Ain't nobody else ever had me like you. Ain't nobody ever gone replace you. I fucked up, but I'm telling you, you're it. Period, exclamation mark. Her eyes widened like she didn't expect me to really do it. Hell, I didn't expect to do it either.
There he was, Big Bad Mario, king of stubbornness, on his damn knees in front of the whole crew like a scene out of a bad soap opera. I covered my mouth, trying not to crack a smile. Okay, fine. I'll come home tomorrow.
I'll take it, baby. I'll take it.
Everyone clapped lightly, laughing a little, breaking the awkward tension.
As everyone headed out, me and Olivia sat in the chapel. It really was a beautiful wedding, I said, throwing an arm around her shoulders.
Until Anterial turned the damn reception into an episode of Cops. We both laughed, tired but relieved. At least we got the vacation coming up. Jamaica, baby. Drinks, massages, no messy drama for a whole damn 3 weeks. Alex kissed the top of my head. We watched the last of the taillights fade into the night, ready to leave the madness behind, if only for a little while.
The door clicked behind me as I stepped into the house. The weight of the night sat heavy on my shoulders, but at least I was home. I made my way toward the bedroom, already loosening my tie, talking loud enough for her to hear. Man, you would not believe tonight. Anterial called the damn cops on Michelle. Straight up embarrassed everybody? I shook my head, laughing bitterly to myself as I started unbuttoning my shirt. My back was to the bathroom door. I heard it open. You hear me, Mary? Shit was wild. I turned around mid-sentence and froze. There she stood, Mary, wearing nothing but a robe and a pair of dark-ass sunglasses. Why the hell you wearing shades in the house? I asked, narrowing my eyes. Are you okay? She didn't answer at first, just stood there, shoulders shaking. Mary, what's wrong? I said, walking toward her. When I got close enough, she pulled the shades off, and my blood ran cold. Her left eye was swollen, dark and ugly. What the fuck? I stammered. Mary, what the hell happened to you? Tears slid down her cheeks as she whispered.
Mario just snapped this morning, and this happened.
My fists clenched so hard my knuckles cracked. Mario did this. Tell me the fucking truth, Mary. Don't lie to me. She looked me dead in my eyes.
I'm telling the truth.
I could feel it, that dangerous heat rising in my chest. The same feeling I had the night Kim died. The same guilt of not protecting the ones closest to me. Not this time. Not again. That low-life son of a bitch, I muttered, grabbing my phone. I sent him a message. My fingers moved before my brain could even catch up. Meet me tomorrow at my office. I dropped the phone onto the dresser, my mind already racing, already calculating. Mario was gonna pay for what he did, one way or another. I'm not gonna let you go through this alone, Mary. I swear to God, I'll fix this.
There's one more thing I have to tell you.
I turned toward her. She wiped her face with the sleeve of her robe, her hand trembling slightly.
I got my full memory back, and you won't believe who tried to kill me.
Well, what an explosive chapter that was. You've just listened to another twist in the dark tale of We Hit. If your heart's racing and you're craving more, you know what to do. Smash that like button and hit subscribe. Things are about to get even bloodier, more deceitful, and thrilling. So stay with us and brace yourselves for the next chapter.
Wow.